My shirt looks really crooked. It's not. It's just the way the camera is. So don't worry if my shirt looks crooked. It's 300 degrees in my apartment right now, okay? We thought it got really cold, so we cranked the heat, and now it's like, I might die. I'm so hot. I'm going to open up this window. Oof. Got breeze in here. Holy moly. All right. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, I'm going to feel that cold air come through now. Okay. All right, we're going to use the Hush deck. And we're going to bring through the Oracle with the Horror. All right, here we go. Get comfortable, get cozy, get a nice drink. We are getting into it, okay? Okay, so, whoa. First message I got with these cards, so we got Fate, we got the Call, and we got Grief. But we got the Call in reverse. So I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is something that you don't want. But I mean, when you think about it, the card is the movie Scream, right? And if you think about it in Scream, you don't want to get Ghostface calling you. If Ghostface calls you, that basically means you're going to die. Okay? So you don't want Ghostface calling you, right? But it's in reverse. So it's almost like I feel like you want this call. Okay? And I think somebody's dead. And okay, this is going to play out a few different ways, okay? Because it's going to be whatever resonates for you will resonate, right? So there's a few messages here. And what's kind of bothering me is this ice on the bottom of the deck, the thing that is like devouring them. Okay? So I'm thinking that you were fated for this path, okay? And somebody, I think, is on borrowed time. And by borrowed time, I mean somebody who has had multiple surgeries. They take medication every day to keep them alive. Somebody, because if you think about it, right, surgery is not supposed to exist. Medication is not supposed to exist, right? Life-changing operations is not supposed to exist. Okay, so if somebody is around you, okay, and I got this celebrity in my head as soon as I started recording, and I went, oh, okay, so a monster. I didn't know how that was going to come out in the reading, and now I'm getting, you have come face to face or fated with a demonstrable entity, something that is designed to destroy. Okay, and this entity is only alive because it continues to come back to life somehow with this pet cemetery. I don't know if it's life-saving operation. I don't know if it's a doctor keeping them alive. I don't know if it's somebody that it is just as cut and dry as they've just been able to stay alive because of medication, which means they're on borrowed time. They're supposed to already be dead. If that's the case, then whoever you're dealing with is going to have serious fucking karma when this is done, because they're taking from other people. They're siphoning time from other people. right? Either through money, through guilt, through bloodlines, something like that. Okay. So what I think is, and actually, you know what? I met a guy today who looked like Kurt Cobain. And not only did he look like Kurt Cobain, but then he said, the gentleman that's going to call you back is Kurt. And I'm like, okay, this is really fucking weird. But sometimes we're just fated to go on to paths and we don't really know what the fuck is going to happen, right? We don't know what the fuck is going to happen, but we just kind of go with it because we're fated for this to happen. What are you talking about? No, it's not a hickey on my chest. Does that look like a hickey? Is it blue? Do you know what hickeys look like? What are you, 12? Get the fuck off my channel. Morons! Maybe just be dealing with idiots. And whoever this monster is, what it's created around you, you're fated to have this come up in your life somehow. And it's almost like, man, when I don't know, I don't trust people that don't want to die. Because why don't you want to die? Like you know those old people that are just terrified to die? I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And I have been excited for death since the day I was born. You could have not met another person that has wanted to die as much as I've wanted to die since I was born. I don't want to be here. I fucking hate it here. I don't like people. I don't like breathing. Okay. I don't like eating. I don't like drinking. I don't like, you know what? I indulge in coffee. Okay. But for the most part, I don't even like food. Okay. I don't even know what to eat because I'm so fucking fed up with this place. And I just don't want to be here. And I feel like the world is just, why couldn't we have just been made where we didn't have to eat food? Because I think food is just ridiculous and it's stupid. And I just get, you know, it's stupid. It's so stupid. I hate this place, right? And then there's the people that can't, like, they just can't get enough of it. They get the littlest cough and they think they're going to die and they just go fucking shut themselves in their house and never come out, right? It's so polar opposite with people. And what it is, I don't know, man. I think it's this bitch. This queen here, look at, she's all in her wedding dress and shit. And I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look good to me. Okay, I don't know, look good to me. I don't know who the fuck took a commitment. That's the thing. Is that a wedding, a marriage could be keeping them alive? Okay. Ooh, okay, we got a little bit going on here. We got the Seven of Swords. So this Queen of Pentacles, or this Queen of Pentacles, you know, like, okay, now we're going to get into a little bit of witchcraft here. Somebody, okay, with this Pet Cemetery card, it always throws me off because it's like something dies and they don't want it to, so they bring it back to life, but it doesn't come back to life the way that it was. It's damaged, it's dead, it's buried, you know, like it's dead and gone. So it can't come back the same way. And I'm almost thinking that this Queen of Pentacles, because they got the Seven of Swords is that sneaky little fucker that comes in and takes things, right? Takes things that aren't his. Right? In most decks, I mean, sometimes it can be portrayed as you look like you're the bad guy, but really you're just taking what's yours. Other times people are coming in and literally taking whatever they want. Okay, Seven of Swords, it can be so many different ways in decks, right? But then with this Five of Pentacles, I'm thinking somebody really wanted you to drown. Okay, drown in your sorrows, drown in your debt. Okay, drown in something. That's really what they wanted. So they took communication away from you. Okay, Seven of Swords, they made, like, they took words away from you. Like, oh my God, you know, this is a great analogy. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Wicker Park, but it's about this guy and this woman that are trying to be together and they get separated by a third party who starts fucking with the dude because she wants the guy. She doesn't want the guy to stay with the girl. So she fucking manipulates all this shit. And she's the girl's best friend. It's totally fucked. But at the end of the movie, years later, he's about to marry some other chick. He can't get this other girl out of his head. And he goes back home. He goes back. He tries to find her and he does. right? Because sometimes people, when they're on borrowed time, or they know they're not supposed to be here, or they reincarnated something they shouldn't, or they're a reincarnation that shouldn't be, they start dabbling with shit and they start fucking with shit. And when you start doing that, you start messing with everybody. Okay? Because if two people are supposed to be together, or if you're supposed to be at a job, or if you're supposed to be somewhere that was taken by this Queen of Pentacles because she wanted a wedding, then your path, your mission got disrupted. Okay, what's on the top? Okay, your mission got disrupted. Oh my God, look at that. It made me touch the card on the top of the deck, which is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now I'm getting the song Despair in my head. This really sucks. Whatever this person did, whatever was fated, this was fated for you for some reason. This obviously is karmic, and it's come back to life from another time, from another, I don't know, planet. I don't fucking know. Family. I don't know if you were, look at two family cards kind of back to back, okay, with the Bates Motel and Hereditary. Like, those are both kind of family cards, you know, with shit kept in the family. And then with this ice, you're like, okay, what the fuck was somebody trying to like reincarnate or do in my name or in my behalf? Because the thing starts to look like the thing it's killing, right? So it's like, because you didn't, I don't think this person was able to do anything to you physically. Okay, and look at that. The King of Pentacles showed up as well as the hour clock with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm like, it really doesn't surprise me to believe or to think that this masculine energy, this blue energy, was attached to this pink energy, and they really weren't supposed to be. Okay, this was something that it looks like this Queen of Pentacles took, right? She stole. She's coming up with the Seven of Wands, or with the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Like, she didn't want to fail. She didn't want to sink. So she borrowed time. Okay, Page of Cups. She took a very like immature offer and did something with it really quick. Like, you know, when you see those people, they hook up, they're together for like a month or two, and then they get married, right? It's like something like that, something immature, something that happened really quick with this King of Pentacles, and they took your King of Pentacles away from you, I think. And it's the hour clock, it's the owl. It's like somebody was watching them do this, and I think this man has realized now, this masculine energy doesn't have to be masculine, doesn't have to be male, but masculine energy has kind of realized that this woman was full of shit. Okay. And she babbled some shit that I don't really think she was supposed to. She made something come alive that I don't think she really was supposed to. And like, just like Hereditary, she gets possessed, just like the Bates Hotel, he gets possessed, right? And then look at that, the evil twins, the two that possess the hotel. Okay, I think this person you're dealing with is possessed. Oh my God. And then look, we got the cats card underneath. These people, okay, are possessed with the spirits of cats. That's what they believe. Okay, so I don't know who the fuck you were dealing with that wanted to take this Ace of Wands away from you, but someone took a lot of power away from you, and don't be surprised if you're broke because of it. They took a wedding and you got broke. So I don't know who was lined up for you. I don't think it was this particular King of Pentacles, but they took a King of Pentacles with a very juvenile offer. Okay. And it's because they said that it was for them. They chose a role. Okay. And then that's where the whole Pet Cemetery comes in, because he's told not to do it. He's kind of warned not to do it. And then he does it anyways. And then he does it again. Right. And then he does it again. And it's like, oh my fucking God, like, how many times do you got to learn? But some people got to learn and learn and learn until they die themselves, right? Because they just can't take the lies out of their mouth. They just can't stop trying to renegotiate your future, your path. They're trying to do something to stay in this Queen of Pentacles moment. And now this is on the top of the deck, combination. So now I'm thinking, you got to be careful what you wish for, right? And what you're trying to do, because look what he does. He begins to turn into a fly, right? And what do they say about the curious cat, right? I think that is the saying. You know what happens to the curious cat? Whatever the fuck that saying is, whatever. Like, it usually gets bit. It usually gets hurt. Something usually happens. Okay. And sometimes people, they think they're bigger than what they are. I'm just picking from the top of the deck. It's just sitting right here. It just seems to be lining up with this reading. Now we got Wonder of the World. It seems like they wanted to be something. Right? And then maybe they see you as something and they want to be that way, right? So then they get faded and put on your path. And I kind of feel like when people are faded and put on your path, they're not faded to do something awful to you, right? They're actually probably faded to do something beautiful for you. But because there is so much hatred and because there is so much greed and envy and jealousy out there, people's jobs that they're set out to do, they suddenly don't do anymore because whatever fucking reason, right? It's like maybe something tricks them. Something makes them believe, okay, well, if you do the right thing, right, for this person, it's going to make you look like an idiot. Right? Suddenly it takes the beautiful thing that you're doing and it twists it and it turns it into something sadistic. And you're like, okay, wait, like all I wanted to do was one thing. Why is it now turning into something else? Because this person has something over you, right? They've taken your ability to move, fire. So all these things that you're destined to do, you can't do right now because of this Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles wanted her place. And now I think it's going to come down to, look at that. The witch with the boogeyman. I almost feel like your witchcraft is going to come alive, or someone's going to do witchcraft for you, or somebody's going to do something for you, and it's going to scare the shit out of this person, and they're going to leave you alone, right? Sometimes people are fated to help others, to meet up with people, to take burdens off of people, to help them to the finish line. Like, you ever watch those races where it's like, I don't know what you call those, where it's like a whole bunch of different things. You do a whole bunch of different, like a relay race or something like that. And then by the end of it, they've been going for like 3 days straight and this guy can't cross the finish line, but this other guy already knows he didn't win. So what's the point? Like, what's the difference of coming in, 20th place or 21st? So he stops and picks up the guy and helps him through the finish line, right? It's like something like that, where it's like, I feel like someone's going to help you at the very end because you have no more strength left, right? Whatever this Queen of Pentacles has done, it's drowned you. You're drowning, right? And that's how I feel you would feel at the end of a race, because they just keep hitting you with all this stuff while you're trying to do such a beautiful thing, right? And that's what haters do. They hit you when you're at your best game, right? And it almost goes to show you like, all right, well, you know what? It's good every now and then for a hater to come out of hiding and hit you with something, because then it shows you, all right, now I know why I'm doing this again. There's always one of you in the group. There's always somebody that's going against the one person trying to do something good. Fuck you. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go in spite of you. I'm going to do this so then you get even more angry at me and you learn to face your anger towards other things. Because the thing is that if somebody puts too much energy onto you, too much fixation onto you, something's going to happen in their life. Okay. And their house is going to burn down, or they're going to get into a car accident, or they're going to lose their husband, or their kid's going to die. So then they get back into their life because they won't leave you alone. That is awful energy. That's awful psychic attacks. That's awful energy to live with. That's awful energy to, have to drag around with you. So eventually, the better that you do with yourself, right? The more that you show this Queen of Pentacles, like, okay, yeah, you took a marriage away from me once, but you're not going to fucking do it again. People will stand up. She obviously hit you at a time where you were very vulnerable, and it did sink your ship. Okay, so it's like a grown-up fucking with a toddler, or a grown-up fucking with somebody who just lost everything. Like, yeah, it's easy when you're in the bottom of the barrel to throw shit on top of you. If you were on the top of your game and on the top of the fucking cliff, they couldn't have thrown shit from where they were standing. But you were under something. You were in a bad position. And those people, when you're in a bad position, just want to shit all over you. Those landlords, you don't have credit, you don't have good place to live. So then you have to go and live with these people that don't take care of their tenants, and they take care of their houses, and they don't take care of their places. And they, because you don't have the money, you deserve to get treated with the scum, right? It's like, and then what is defined as scum? People that just don't have security, don't have a backup plan, don't have people that can help them, right? And then obviously you didn't. And that's what sucks, is because that's not your fault, right? Like, the position that you're in is not your fault when it comes to hereditary things, right? And then to see that you are weak in a position, and then to steal from you and to burden you and then sink you, it's like fucking with a retard and then wanting an award. Like, this person knew what they were doing. They knew that messing with your vulnerability was going to only win them the retard award. Like, they would have never been able to face you face to face. Sorry for saying retard so many times. Sometimes I just don't have any other word to say for these idiots. Like, it's like they feel like you're, I don't know, like they can defeat you somehow. And it's just like, you know, anybody can fuck over a child. Anybody can leave somebody on the side of the road that's got a little bit more superior, or if you're driving in their car, they can drop you off and not pick you up. Like, people can abuse power in any situation. So people really, you know, if they're out there messing with people, they really got to watch themselves, because as much as they think they're in power, they are also living here where there are more powerful energies than them. Right? Like, they're not the most powerful, popular thing in the room. And if they're throwing shit at people, I can guarantee you they're never going to be the most popular person in the room. The most popular person in the room is the one that's glowing, the one that's shining, the one that's being original, the one that's taking their life in their own hands, not the one that's gossiping, bullshitting, can't stop talking about people, can't stop trying to fucking be other people. Those are not the most popular people in the room. Right? So it's like, I think somebody has to recognize that you are you, and they just got to go their own way. And I hope they do. I hope they learn their lesson. I hope the world slaps them in their face. I hope they, oh man, back in the day, my sister got cock slapped in the face by this guy named Quaz, and they were, you know, those fucking meter things, you know, with the power. Hey, Bree. And you'd sit on them as a kid, and they were warm. They're like little generators in your neighborhood or whatever. So they were all like, I don't know, like, I think they were in high school. It's like 15 or 16. And my sister was sitting, she wasn't sitting on one, she was sitting on the ground. And this guy on the other side goes, Courtney, I dare you that I can hit you from over here with my dick. And she's like, yeah, okay, whatever. He jumps over the power box and literally whips her in the face with his dick. She was like 14, 15 years old. It scarred her. And that's what I don't know why I just told that story, but like, man, I don't know. I don't know why I just told that story. I feel like I did have a reason why I told that story, but I also kind of feel like whoever this person is, they pulled a fast one on you. And I don't know if they took the fucking carpet from underneath you because they said they needed it more than you. I don't really know what they did, but whatever it was, it definitely, you did not say yes to it to get into this position. Okay? You did not say yes to drown. Okay, you said yes for a different reason, and that's where everything went downhill. Just like the fly. I mean, you think you've got control of something, you think you know what you're doing, and then poof, you lose all control, right? Because an unexplained third party grabs itself into the equation. And that's why I'm like, I don't know who this fucking bitch was. I don't know what she did, but she acted like that fly. She came into your life and combined with you and fucking desecrated you. She did shit to you. She transformed you. Don't be surprised if you were dressing a different way for a little while. This person tried to get in you. They tried to get into your head, right? They tried to reform you, right? And actually, I did channel a message today about being authentic, and the world really needs you to be you. And I think you got off the rail on who you were because you were larger than them. You were bigger than them, and they didn't like that. They wanted to be the biggest person in the room. They wanted to be the loudest, most beautiful person in the room, and you turned out to be. And they went, no, not on my watch. And the thing is, you might have lost a group of people, but guess what? So did they. It's going to take a bit, but I bet you it happened by now. Anybody that casts you out of something when you're not supposed to be casted out of it, right? It may work, but it's only going to work for so long. If you stay diligent to your path, if you stay on it and reliant on what you saw. I mean, and now I'm getting this Slane. Slane said, I mean, and a lot of people say it. If they pictured themselves doing something as a kid, they never let that picture go. Right? When you see yourself doing something, as long as you hold on to that, you will make it come true, because it's your destiny. It's what you saw as a kid. If you saw it as a kid, you're always supposed to do it. Right? So it's like, hold on to your visions, hold on to things that you had as a kid, because you might have gotten washed away from them for a while, but they weren't deleted forever. They were just misplaced. They were just forgotten. They were just tucked away in a very sacred place. So then when you were ready to open up the trunk again with all your treasures in it, they were going to be readily available. But now I'm getting Casper. You know how, they've got the safe or whatever behind the wall. It's like you hid it. You know, you put this chest somewhere. You did something, and it hid your treasures from everybody. So then they couldn't take truly who you are. And I know that it's probably weird who you are. You probably feel like a weirdo, or you feel like you're not really like people, or you feel like the one that stands out in the room. You're always supposed to be the one that stands out in the room. You aren't supposed to be married by now. Just so somebody knows, okay? And it's not this fake marriage that this stupid brouhaha did. It would have been something amazing, okay? Or they wouldn't have stolen it. It didn't even reach you, I just heard. So whoever this was, they brisked through your life. You might not even have dated them, and then poof, they were gone. But you stayed on your path, which means you stayed on your path. You might be looping back around to this person, or you might be still on the road, and this person's still there. Right? They could have dated other people. They could have got married. They could have done a bunch of shit. But guess what? If it's meant to be, it doesn't matter if they're married. They see you, boom, all hell breaks loose. Right? And that's why you don't fuck with magic. You don't fuck with people's past. You don't break up marriages. You don't break up relationships. You let the energy do what it needs to do, and you stay on your path. Right? That's the easiest way to explain it. Don't hurt people. Don't cast shadows. Don't cast your darkness. You help people. You motivate people. You help ignite people. You help brighten people's day. Do not teeter in the dark arts, because it's going to rip your life apart. And if they fucking bankrupted you, or if they made you drown, they did something to you, hasta la vista, I just heard in there, you know, like, they're going to lose something too. Trust me, what goes around comes around. And it's a very funny, peculiar world on that come around. Okay. Always remember, those come arounds, they could take years, but it doesn't mean that the universe forgot about them. It just means that they got other fish to fry in the meantime. In the meantime, oh, I gotta put that song back on my fucking iPod. I saw Helmet once downtown Toronto. Little off topic. And he was making fun of us for liking Helmet. What's his name? Paige something? Paige Hamilton? He was like, I know you all want to hear In the Meantime. And we were like, I mean, somebody in the crowd booed because he was asking what we wanted to hear. It was a very small venue. So he was asking what we wanted to hear. Somebody just yelled out Betty. And he's like, Betty's an album, not a song. And I guess the guy was saying, like, play something from Betty, not Betty, you fucking asshole. And then he's like, yeah, let's play In the Meantime one more 1,000th time. And I was like, okay, I'm done with Helmet. Like, you're a fucking dick. It ruined it. It ruined it. And now another one of my favorite bands is coming to Toronto, and their new album, their past couple albums have been absolutely horrible. Horrible. I liked them back when I was like 18 years old. Those are the albums that I loved. They were kids. They were fucking angry and mad at their parents and screaming at the top of their lungs. Now they're like, you know, their girlfriends cheated on them and their managers pissed them off. It's like, it's not music anymore. It's like something you would find up in the club, and it just sounds awful. And I'm like, do I see them live after 20 years of being a dedicated fan and then not like them after the live? Because if that happens, I swear to God, like, I'm not going to forgive myself. So I don't think I'm going to see them live. Look at that. The fool And it was in reverse. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take that leap of faith. Not going to do it thinking it's going to be something good, because guaranteed it's going to be something shit. And if I already have that feeling, then... Anyways. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. How's it going there, Bree? Welcome to anybody who's new to the channel. We're going to bring up some Magick, even though I'm pretty sure what I just channeled was fucking corrupt Magick. Corrupted. Oh, I always listen to this artist. His name is K.O. He's also from Toronto. Some of my favorite bands are from Toronto. NQ Arbuckle from Toronto. Ko is from Toronto. Oh, Cancer Bats, Toronto. Those are like some of my favorite bands. And like everything they make now sucks. I mean, Ko doesn't make anything, but NQ Arbuckle, I don't think they've made anything for a while. Fucking Cancer Bats suck now. Like, fucking, what is wrong with music? Anyways, this guy named Ko, he is awesome. Anytime I hear his voice, I just like, fucking, he just serenades me with his voice. He's got this song called Corrupted Nostalgia that just came to me. Actually, I think my very favorite song by him is called Kipling to Kennedy. Let's see what this next reading is about. Oh my God, the Yule log. Okay, I brought this bitch up today. I'm pretty sure I brought this exact log up today in a reading, because once you light the Yule log, it's in the Beware video. Because the Yule log helps to keep spirits out of coming down from your chimney. Because they can fucking do that. If you've got a chimney, you just have an open gate. Open all the time. All the time. Okay, chimneys are very scary. Okay, you got to be careful with chimneys. Okay, Yule log, self-care, the unknown. Candle magic. I told you we were going to be talking about magic. Didn't I tell you? I don't lie. Contemplation. We got light and snow. I don't think I've pulled the snow card before. All right, let's get it cracking. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It might not resonate with everybody because it just always doesn't. And play the analogy as it comes to you. Okay. I want to see if I get this message right. Where's my wand? Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting is, this is a little bit of a story. So it seems like magic is happening right now. There's a lot of witches on this channel and a lot of warlocks, okay? Meaning, and a lot of wizards, a lot of people doing magic on a regular basis, okay? If you're not one that manifests spells or anything, some of these readings you're not going to know what I'm talking about, but you never know. You might get into spell casting, thus future, okay? So just bear with me here. This could be a future reading for you. You know what I mean? If you do dabble in the arts. Candle magic. It seems like somebody has started magic, okay? And they're really fucking good at it, all right? Like, I don't know how long you've been doing magic for, but you're getting really good at it. To this point where the creators see you as, they don't question your magic anymore. I think sometimes our magic gets questioned, right? Just like anything, it's like, I think it's like, okay, I just got baggage claim. Okay. Sometimes every now and then that red light goes off and you got to dump all your baggage out and they got to check everything. Okay. It's like that. You're not getting baggage checked anymore. Because every time you got baggage checked, it was in your favor. You never casting anything. You never did anything. You never kept anything in the shadows. You never got red flagged. Okay. Because of this self-care. However way you do things, the world knows that your main position in the spell, in the casting, is how much you care for everybody around you. So you're always including the things around you. Okay, this crystal just fell out, which is really weird because I've had this crystal in this wand forever. So, it's like, man, it's like almost down to nothing. So I'm gonna have to put a new crystal in this. Okay, so it's trust me, this just has something to do with the reading. So all the self-care you do, you have told them numerous times that the things that you do are there to help you and ones around you. Okay. And a lot of things that you did, I think you were unknown as how deep and how good you were getting at it. The more you help people, the more you cast your magic for people and you do good, the stronger your intention gets and the stronger your power gets. Okay. The more you step into the unknown, because part of the unknown is doing things and believing in it before you see it. Because so many things you do not see with magic, you have to manifest it. You have to believe it's already there. Okay. And then by believing it's already there, the item is created. Okay. So somebody has been in a lot of contemplation, I think, as this magic is unfolding. Okay. And they've been very calm knowing that magic takes a long time and that anything that is worth manifesting or owning or taking care of, right, should be done delicately. Okay. And delicate is the main word here. And that's why we've got light in the middle, because the dedication to your witchcraft, to your magic, okay, has lit up very dark places for many people. So I don't know what it is that you're doing. I don't know who it is that you're helping out there, but you're harnessing darkness and casting it away from people, which means you're part of the light. You're part of the good guys. Okay. And when you're part of the good guys, your magic just keeps growing and growing and growing. Everything you do gets bigger and brighter and more magical. Okay. But seeing isn't believing, it's believing in what you're about to see. Okay. Believing that something could grow out of nothing, because it can. Okay. And if you're dedicated to enough, it will. Okay. You wouldn't believe what you can do with animals, how you can train them, how you can even grow humans, plants, anything with love. Okay. Because of how much you care about yourself. And self-reflection is huge, right? Because if somebody's out there and they're getting put up on, their baggage is getting checked and they're claiming to be a really great person, but yet they have no good self-care. Anything they do in dabbling the unknown is to hurt people, right? They act like they're a victim. They act like they can do what they want. Then the more their baggage is going to keep getting checked, and the more they're going to realize that the lights out there that are depending on other lights to stay bright are being deafened by people that are staying in the unknown as hurting people. Okay, so snow is coming in here because your magic is being turned into purity. Your magic is being turned into, we are going into winter, and part of winter is so everything gets a standstill. It gets a break. It gets to just breathe for a minute. Okay, and without having to sustain life, without having to look pretty, without having to breathe, it can just almost lay dead. Okay, lay dormant. And I believe that once your magic all pulls through, no one's going to be able to touch you. Everything that happens to you from here on out is going to be because you created it, you crafted it, you put it out there, and the world is now delivering. The universe is now delivering. So any black magic, any darkness that's trying to get around you, it can't touch your magic because of how good you got at it. So all these spells that were casted, all this negative energy that was put on you, stuff like that from the past, it's all made you a better witch. It's all made you a better spellcrafter. So it's like whatever they did, you can almost thank them for their time and their energy into going behind you and going against you and going into the dark, so then you became a better person, right? It's that bully, it's that hater, right? And you're always going to stay in your purity. They were never going to get you dark. You're the lightest thing in the room. They want to put your light out, because if they put your light out, then nobody can see and they can do their evilness again, right? As soon as you start turning on those lights, and all those scavengers that are hiding in the dark, right, they get seen, they get caught. People don't like me that cast shadows, that come into chats and fuck with people, try to throw me off. They don't like people like me. I don't get distracted by them. Their darkness can't touch me. It doesn't matter what they say. They're not going to throw the channel off again, right? And that's you. No one's going to throw you off your game. You might get those voices in your head that try to throw you off or try to get you lower than where you are, try to get you not to do something. Just stay on track. Stay on track. Whatever you put yourself through, whatever you dedicate to that day, whatever you say you're going to do, whatever you write down, do it. If you're channeling and you're in a clear place and you get a message, try to follow through with that. I was going somewhere to drop something off. I felt so much anxiety as I was pulling into the driveway. And that's energies trying to keep you away from something. And when you feel like suddenly you don't want to do something, something's trying to keep you away from it. Like if you want to apply for a job, and every time you do, you feel bad. You feel your loyalty kick in, like you can't do it. That's somebody's guilty conscience weighing in on you. So it tries to alter you because it knows that you'll listen to it, right? So many negative energies try to stop you from making good moves, right? And if you can hear them, you think it's you, and then you stop yourself. If you keep coming back to the same thing over and over and over again, follow through with it. Do it. Who cares if you get a little bit of anxiety? Who cares if you get a little bit worried, okay, about what could happen? That's this energy trying to get you to worry so much that you don't do it. Because in reality, anything could happen. You could go down any road. Bad things could happen. Good things could happen, right? But to feel like it's going to be bad right away when it's something that you're planning on doing, it's something demonstrable trying to stop you. Okay, it knows you can do it. It knows you can succeed, and it wants to stop you because it doesn't want you to be part of something bigger, because it knows you're the light in the room. You have to continue to be that light, right? Don't let anybody throw you off your game. This is your game. This is where you came. This is where you said you were going to be safe, right? And a lot of people are counting on you, right? A lot of people are counting on you to stay on track, to not get distracted, right? And even though there's this huge blob of unknown and anything could be hiding in there, you're bigger than it, right? And a lot of that blackness is just fear. It's just there to cause chaos and worry and problems in people. And, you know, it tries to stop good people from making good moves because it knows that you deserve something better, right? When you deserve something better, you're going to get attacked. And it's just to show like the more you fight for it, the more these energies back off, right? They think it's going to be easy. They think you're going to back down. And the more you have backed down, or the more you decide to drink your worries away and not really see what's going on, then the more these energies get a hold of you, and you won't make the good decisions for yourself, right? You won't make the moves that you've been trying to make this whole time and jump into the unknown. There's so much in the unknown, and there's so much fun in the unknown, right? That to stay in the known out of just pure safety, right? Or I don't know, laziness or comfort, right? It's like stepping back into that unknown, putting yourself out there again is so scary that eventually it gets addicting. Right? Because then you realize like people really want you out there, and they want you around, and you can feed off that energy when you're out there. As long as you're around good people, don't take yourself away from that, right? Don't take yourself away from a good time, right? If it's good people and it's a good feeling for you, then light it up. light it up. They can't infiltrate you. You're something that's pure, right? And no matter how hard they try, your self-care is off the chain. So anything that they try to do, you're going to end up beating in some way because of your self-care routine. They don't know self-care like that. They don't know what it's like to take care of themselves and to do magic when the magic is right, when it's calling you, right? They don't know what it's like to live beyond their tiny little lives and boxes that they're in. Right? So consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself one of the good ones. Consider yourself fucking going into something pretty cool, because your talents, whatever your talents are doing for you, you're naturally protecting yourself. You're naturally going into like some type of new phase. And it seems like the universe really trusts you. They trust your magic anyways. Magic, when used for good, is so incredible. Like, honestly, look at this. Ceremony merriment with Father Christmas. So there's definitely spell casting going on. There's definitely rituals going on that the public is doing. And Father Christmas, it's like, I think a lot of it is being donated. Father Christmas would give up his time, he gives up his energy, gives up everything, right, to do this out of the goodness of his heart, right? And it's like ceremonies have been done, and maybe you're just doing ceremonies out of the goodness of your heart. Maybe you're just putting some ceremonies out there for like some places that are in your small town that, for businesses to thrive, for, so then they don't run out of business so you can keep shopping there. Like maybe you're just doing simple magic, but in the long run, the magic is playing its course. It's doing good things, right? And it seems like the more people that you add to it, the more your power is going to get stronger, right? So, I mean, like I said, consider yourself really lucky that whatever this new phase is, a lot of magic is going to happen. And some things might spin out of control because of how heavy they are, because of how heavy the spells are, because of how good you've gotten with it, right? But again, keep it simple. Keep your head on your shoulders, right? When you go to make moves, contemplate them, right? Allow the universe to know and to see that you're using wise judgment for what you're doing, and you're not just doing things spare of the moment, right? To just try to help yourself in any way. The more you help others, the more that help gets returned, because it's spiritual. It's karmic. What goes around comes around, right? If you do something for the greater good, I can guarantee you it will come back around, and it's not going to clap back at you. It will help you grow. So the more you do out of the goodness of your heart, the more it's an eye for an eye. And this is a good eye for an eye. So I consider that amazing. So anyways, I'm going to turn this off. I'm a little bit exhausted. I've had a really long day off of getting a lot of shit done. So I'm going to leave this at that. Thank you for watching, and I hope it resonates. Okay, if it doesn't, wait for the next reading. Thank you for liking the video. Okay, thank you for subscribing. And if you want a personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. If not, don't worry about it. Embrace your inner witch. Okay, go through the forest and come out again. Don't get lost on your travels. And have a good week. Okay, peace out. And yeah. Later, Gators.